Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make your own infinity card, and then you can write whatever you want on it. I don't think it matters the size. Okay, pan down now, Chester. You just need to have basically a square that you've cut in half. So 4 squares of the same size. So this, I know this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You don't have to have a paper cutter either. But do you see how I'm going to end up with 4 squares because there's 4. So it doesn't matter what size squares you start with, but you need to start with 4 squares, and then you're going to cut them in half. So half of this. Again, you don't have to have a paper cutter, it just makes it go faster. So this is the size I used. I used 6-inch squares. So you're going to end up with 8 rectangles. That's the size I used for my Joseph Smith card. Well, it goes like this. That's the size I used for this, so it ends up being 6 inches square. But we're going to just make a littler one. I used just this size paper. This is 8.5, so I just cut this 8.5. So I cut this bit off. And then I cut that into 4 squares. And so that's the size I'm doing right now. So what you're going to do with each piece, can you see this, Chester? You're going to fold it in half the long way. And in some YouTube videos, they have what's called a bone folder, which is a really strong, I assume, piece of bone to really get that crease done. I don't have one.
Just use your fingernail.
Yeah, but this is cardstock. A fingernail would really hurt, so I'm just using my glue stick. So you need it in half the long way, and then you don't need this fold in the middle, but I need to go to the middle, so I'm just doing that fold. So to the middle, turn it around, to the middle. Can you see it? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll bring it up. So just like that. So you need to fold it to the middle, fold it to the middle, just like that. And you need to do that with every piece. So let me show you one more time. So I've done it with almost all the pieces. Again, fold it long way. And then in half. And then in half again, to the middle. To the middle. We might have to do this to them later. You can do that if you want, but get through all the pieces. One last one. To the middle. I'm using cardstock. I think maybe just printer paper might be easier. Well, for sure easier, but I think it will work just as well. I think maybe the next one I try might be in just printer paper. Okay, you can stop now. Okay, so take 2 of your pieces and put them down side by side. Then you're going to put glue in the 4 corners. And then trying to keep it as good as you can. Just make sure they can fold both directions, because I think in a minute we're going to have to fold it up. So then try to get that right there. Probably the more accurate you can be right now, easier it'll be later. Make that much, like that. Get that good, get that good. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Then we're going to fold it backwards so that those 2 pieces are up. Trying to get that down. So now you're going to do the 4 corners again. But you can do this middle bit now. You can glue a little bit more each time. So the last time we went, we're going to go up and down this time instead of sideways. This won't meet totally perfectly. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah? Okay. Now we're going to fold it like this. Okay, and then you can just glue. This is the last one. You can glue all over. Take our 2 pieces. Just don't go over the middle bit. So these are going to be sideways. Ooh, little glue coming in. That's it. That's it, guys. Super easy. Okay, you want to fold it around, make sure Oh, see that bit doesn't want to fold out yet. Try doing it all the ways. Make sure this is cardstock. I did one with paper. It was a lot easier to fold because cardstock is thicker. So we're just gonna press it and make sure all the pieces are done. That's it. Now you can do a design, a design, a design, a design. You have 4 things you can do. Or you can go all out and tell a little story, as short or as long as you want. Here's one I did about Joseph Smith the Prophet. You can use it for family meeting, you can put it on social media. I'm not going to tell the whole story, you know the story. I did it in the lesson.